Excuse me, sir. This entrance is for employees and clients. Delivery men use the back. The guard's voice echoed across the marble lobby. Ezra Carter stood still, holding a slim folder, dressed in simple jeans and a dark jacket. His skin was medium brown, his hair neatly trimmed. But it wasn't his appearance that bothered them. It was what they assumed about him. The guard didn't wait for a response. "I said, the back entrance. You clearly don't belong here." People turned. A group of young executives snickered by the elevator. Someone whispered, "Probably here to fix the plumbing." Ezra's eyes didn't flinch. His fingers gently pressed the folder to his side. The guard stepped closer, towering over him. "You want to make a scene? Step aside." Before Ezra could move, the guard shoved him, sending him stumbling onto the cold granite steps. A gasp rippled through the lobby. His knee scraped the stone, his jacket scuffed. From his pocket, a small silver watch clattered to the floor. The glass cracked. A woman nearby pulled out her phone, recording, but her eyes avoided his. No one helped. No one spoke. Ezra gathered himself, fingertips brushing the broken watch. His reflection stared back at him from the polished floor, tired, worn, but unbroken. He rose slowly, adjusting his jacket. A security supervisor approached, eyeing him with disdain. "Sir, you're wasting our time. Leave before I call the police." Ezra didn't speak. He simply picked up the cracked watch, the folder still in hand. As he turned to go, the receptionist's curious gaze lingered on the name printed faintly on his folder, E. Carter Holdings.
But no one paid attention. Yet. The alley outside reeked of exhaust and stale coffee. Ezra leaned against the building's stone wall, cradling the broken watch in his palm. Its backplate shimmered with an engraving, "For Dad. Love, Grace." His daughter's handwriting etched in silver, a reminder of the promise he made when her mother passed, a promise to build a legacy they couldn't ignore. 15 years ago, his wife died in this city. Denied care at a private clinic, turned away because they didn't serve people like her. Ezra never forgot the faces. The doors slammed shut. He walked away from everything. The army, the business world, the headlines. But he didn't disappear. He built, quietly. Acquired companies, invested, designed. And now, this building, the one they proudly called corporate headquarters, was his latest acquisition. His signature sealed the deal. They just hadn't realized it yet. Ezra straightened, brushing dust from his jeans. He slid the broken watch into his pocket and pulled out the documents from the folder. Ownership contracts, architectural plans, boardroom schedules. The door behind him creaked open. A young woman in a crisp blazer stepped out, phone still recording. She hesitated, eyes wide, recognizing the name on the papers. You're Ezra Carter?" she whispered. He simply nodded, tucking the documents back under his arm. The woman's face flushed with realization. Without another word, Ezra walked past her, entering through the private side entrance reserved for executives. The meeting was about to begin. The boardroom buzzed with low chatter as executives shuffled papers and sipped overpriced coffee. At the head of the table, the security supervisor stood beside the company's managing director, recounting the incident with exaggerated bravado. "Some guy trying to sneak in, probably casing the place," the guard scoffed. A hush fell as the door opened. Ezra Carter stepped inside. His presence silenced the room. The guard's jaw tightened. The executives exchanged uneasy glances. Ezra approached the long table, placing the folder down with precision. He retrieved a slim, black leather case and clicked it open. Inside, a silver nameplate gleamed. Ezra Carter, majority shareholder. "I'm not here to retaliate," his voice calm but cutting. "I'm here to correct the way you look at people." The guard's face drained of color. The managing director fumbled his coffee. Ezra slid the ownership documents onto the table. "I built this company's future block by block, and this building, the ink's still drying on the purchase agreement." No one spoke. The young woman from earlier slipped in, standing quietly by the door. Ezra glanced at the room, then turned to leave. At the threshold, he paused, looking back once. "I don't need apologies," he said softly. "What I need is for places like this to finally see." As he walked away, no one moved. The room remained frozen, heavy with quiet humiliation and overdue change. The world doesn't always announce who's in charge. Sometimes, like Ezra Carter, true power arrives in silence. If stories like this stir something in you, subscribe and share your thoughts. Justice doesn't always shout. It walks quietly and owns the building.